Hello everyone and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After Paulina's bleak diagnosis, Abe proposes a vow renewal before it's too late. Days of Our Lives reveals that Paulina Price will pass up a chance to go Christmas shopping, making Chanel Dupree nervous. Paulina is generally full of activity, so it will appear strange if she prefers to stay at home and nap on the couch. Chanel will also recall Paulina recently becoming fatigued and going to bed early. Paulina has been acting strange lately, and Chanel suspects it's more than simply sadness over Lani Grant's delayed release. Days spoilers reveal that there is something wrong with Paulina will very certainly claim that this is all for naught. Paulina will inevitably minimize her tiredness and other symptoms. This is a busy time of year in and of itself, but Paulina has also been adjusting to her mayoral role, while attempting to rekindle Abe Carver's feelings for her. Paulina will act as if her tiredness is understandable, but Chanel will believe it is critical that her mother investigate this. Chanel adores her mother, therefore she will insist on Paulina being evaluated, having any required tests performed. Chanel will have a gut feeling that Paulina is in for more trouble than she thinks. Chanel will have some scary moments throughout the week of December 1822, even as she tries to be strong for Paulina. Days spoilers indicate that Paulina will be tested later, which will result in will initially conceal her health issues from Abe. Days teasers indicate that he will eventually learn the truth. Will this lead to Abe proposing to Paulina? In requesting a wedding redo, there's been a lot of conversation about Abe and Paulina's previous wedding on Duel, so it appears that another wedding is on the way. Abe may wish to reaffirm his vows to Paulina before it's too late, which could bring back his memories and make everything bittersweet. Of course, Paulina may have a miraculous healing when the time comes, but the people who care about her will be terrified in the meantime. According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Paulina will receive medical updates and determine what to do next. Chanel visits Paulina in the hospital. According to Days of Our Lives, there will be a lot of fairly awful feeling about Paulina's health, according to the latest issue of soap opera Digest. She chooses to take her to the hospital due to her concerns before the situation worsens. In a new interview with the tabloid Raven Bowens, who portrays Chanel on the hit Peacock drama, explains that her character notices that something isn't quite right with her mother. Chanel notices something is wrong despite Paulina's efforts to conceal it because they are so close. And she makes it abundantly plain that she does not want to go to the hospital and see a doctor. They dealt with this before when Paulina was having panic attacks. She didn't want to go to hospisptal for any of that, Bowen says. It's one of the reasons why, especially in the black community, that's how we've always been. We mentioned it in those episodes, we like it when we take health issues seriously. Since I believe it is quite important, our daily lives, what will Paulina and Chanel do next? According to Days of Our Lives spoilers, Paulina and Chanel are waiting for the doctor while at the hospital. Paulina is obviously scared, but she tries not to show it. That's a common thread with Paulina and Chanel, Bowens explains. They adore one another so passionately that they never want to worry each other. They attempt to be supportive of one another. That's how they live. Fans of Days of Our Lives will, of course, have to tune in to find out what happens next. Duel is available on Peacock's streaming service. Nicole kidnapped her baby, recap of Days of Our Lives, and Trip prying into Stephanie's affairs. Let's delve a little deeper into what transpired now. 9/10 of the law is based on possession. Another morning following another sleepless night. More screams from Jude Roman, the infant. Sloane dragged herself out of bed to see to the eye, providing Eric with much-needed reprieve. Mother and son, or more precisely, kidnapper and victim, dashed to sweet bits, and Sloane noticed her wallet was missing as soon as Jude closed his peepers and stopped squalling. She decided to dash back into the bakery, leaving the baby in his pram just outside the door. Give or take a dozen steps. Find out what's going to happen next on Days of Our Lives. Someone predictably took the baby and the stroller, sending Sloane into a frenzy. She called Eric, who then called Marlena, interrupting her conversation with fellow grandparent Roman. Fortunately, someone remembered to call, and Rafe and Harris. The Comish dashed straight to the Demir estate, but Nicole was nowhere to be seen. She had allegedly gone for a run around the lake. EJ was irritated by the inference. Nicole's car, on the other hand, was still in the driveway, which she would need to get to the lake and back, and her phone was upstairs. Suspicious. After Rafe had left, EJ rushed down to the secret chamber and discovered his wife holding Jude Roman. The best policy is honesty. Leo Stark had already threatened Sloane's life earlier that morning. Thus, he was suspect number one in Sloane's eyes. When he arrived at the police station with Jude Roman's empty stroller, her suspicions looked to be confirmed. Leo pleaded his innocence when the two were alone. He didn't feel sorry for Sloane. She lacks the qualities required to be a mother and the baby. She's cruel. How to get rid of a hangover. Meanwhile, Leo saw Stephanie's effort to flee the Brady pub unnoticed. Before she could return to Casa Johnson, she was stopped by Tripp. She admitted to having a bad night and doing something incredibly stupid, but she left it at that. She maintained she didn't really want to talk about it, but she and her brother did talk. Stephanie informed him about Everett's return. The drama that ensued between her and Chad's unwillingness to totally commit to her, and their final breakup. Tripp questioned whether the romance could be salvaged and persuaded Stephanie to give it a shot. It was either that or return Everett. Stephanie paused for a moment before calling Everett. Would he like to grab a cup of coffee or whatever?